Mazda 3 looks to be one of the more sporting options in the family hatchback class. The looks certainly have a sense of intent to them, and the diesel engine is a potent 2.2 litre that outguns similarly priced rivals. However, whilst the possibility of some entertainment has real appeal, the Mazda 3 has to do those essential things. It has to be comfortable, practical and good value. Of course, there are petrol options as well as the diesel in the Mazda 3, and actually unusually for this class we would say that the 2 litre petrol is the better buy. It's more refined than the diesel and it's just so much cheaper, and it undercuts its rivals by an even bigger margin. So it's just better value really, and it's still a really nice engine to use. It's smooth revving and has plenty of power. The diesel is definitely a bit punchier and is equally just as fun, but it's just more expensive and it's a bit noisier. Having said that, all of the Mazda 3 models do suffer from a little bit of wind and road noise, particularly at motorway speeds. The handling is pretty slick and competent. There's not too much body lean through corners and it feels very grippy and quite precise, but it is let down by its steering, which is quite vague and numb, and it just doesn't give that sense of connection that you get in the better rivals. Having said that, it's quite comfortable, the ride's good, it's a bit lumpy over bigger bumps, but generally it's quite composed, and as long as you avoid the bigger alloys then it's not crashy or uncomfortable. This cabin is definitely a strong point. You get the colour touchscreen as standard, all the materials feel solid and there's a nice variety of textures, and the driving position's good too. You get lumbar adjustment even on the base cars. Equipment is also good on the entry-level cars. You get all the comfort and audio extras that you'd want, so you don't really need to go for the higher spec unless you really need leather or nav. One word of warning, the nav is quite frustrating because you can't turn the voice guidance off. It still mutes the speaker even if you turn her down, which is really frustrating. Still, apart from that, the infotainment's really easy to use, Bluetooth audio streaming's great, sound system's good, it's a really comfortable place. It's just as comfortable back here. 2 tall adults will be absolutely fine unless you're really long of legs, and then you might find that your knees are sort of pressed against the seat in front. And anybody sat in the middle could find that this centre console and tunnel kind of gets in the way of their leg space. The boot is big, but it's nothing special. There are bigger boots out there in this class, and also if you're a fan of a storage cubby then you're out of luck. You don't even get underfloor storage in the Mazda 3, let alone any nets or bag hooks and that sort of thing. Still, the seats do fold flat and generally it's more than adequate for even quite heavy daily use. Ultimately, the 3 is a good car. Passenger space is good, equipment is really generous, and it's really good value as a private buy. However, the numb steering means that it's not really as fun as you might hope it's going to be, and company car costs could be cheaper. It has real merit, but there are better and more rounded rivals out there. For more information, go to whatcar.com and search for Mazda 3. And while you're here, click subscribe and have a look at the rest of the videos on our channel.